Hello, everybody. Welcome to... Oh, gosh, I need to sneeze. Yeah, okay. I think we're good. Welcome to Saturday Morning DOOGER. Goodness gracious. Hello, everybody. Welcome. How's it going? It's fine. It's all fine. Great job leading Manga Pod last night. Oh, thank you. It was really, oh my God, it was very fun to have a guest and be able to use, so, we've been like sitting on it, but when we have a guest on Manga Pod, we decided that it's literally, because we use the talking PNGs now, right? So we decided that it's literally, what am I trying to say? It's a body pillow with a picture on top of it. So Milky made it so that it's a fully like drawn body pillow that like moves when it talks and then has a transparency on a picture. So we just ask the guest like, what picture do you want to use? And we put that picture in as the picture that's on the body pillow, and it's so funny. We were very happy with that. So it was really fun to use that for the first time. But yeah, we did a bit more of Girl from the Other Side, and Aaron couldn't be there. So Nani Niwa is another VTuber who Moeka knows and adores this manga. So yeah, the picture changes for each guest, which is fun. No, so it's literally, hold on. Yeah, so like this is what it looked like. But like the picture that's on there is changeable. We can swap that out for each person, which is very fun. Your collection of hats is never ending. I have like 3. I've worn this one quite a bit. How's everybody's weekend going? It's very windy, very rainy, and we couldn't go to ballet because our car died 3 times before we even hit the first roundabout. And so I pulled over and I looked at Clarky and I was like, Clarky, I gotta turn the music down. I was like, Clarky, I gotta be honest with you. I think that if we try to get all the way to ballet, that the car is gonna die for real and we're gonna be stuck. And she was like, okay. I was like, so I don't think that we're gonna be able to go to ballet today. She was like, can we tell my teacher? And I was like, sure. So we came home and Clarky, straight up, like, I opened up an email and I wrote like my part of the email that was basically like, hey, I know we've missed a couple classes. It's been because our car's been having trouble. Kids like don't always come to ballet anyway. I'm sure that's true with like all toddler activities. Like sometimes they just don't show up. But I was like, Clarky really wanted to make sure that we took the time to message you, and this is her message, and hers was like, dear teacher, insert name, dear teacher, I'm sorry we couldn't come to ballet. Our car is dying and we don't know why. We will be doing ballet in my room. Thank you. Love, Clark. And then we went upstairs and I pretended to be her teacher and I ran ballet class for her. So that's that's what we did before stream today. So that was fun. And I kept interacting with her, and she would be like, "Don't forget the other kids." So I would have to make sure that every time I asked Clark something, and she wanted a different name, so her name was something totally different. Every time I would interact with Clark, I would have to then interact with 3 other invisible children. Otherwise, she'd be like, "Make sure that you're talking to the whole class." And I'd be like, "Okay, got it." It was very fun. She made me come over and like correct her feet and stuff the way that the teachers do. It was really cute. And then she has like a tiny little, like a really itty bitty pumpkin that's been in her room for the last like 2 months. The really tiny ones like just basically never go bad. So it's just been sitting there. And she picked it up and she was like, "Mommy, can we carve this?" And I was like, "Are we paused?" Because she normally, when we're playing a game, if she wants to talk to me normally, she'll say pause now, which is so helpful. So I was like, "Are we paused now?" And she was like, "Yes, pause." I was like, "Okay." So we can't carve that pumpkin because it's too tiny. And she was like, "So what do we do?" I was like, "We could draw a face on the pumpkin. Are we all done with ballet class?" And she was like, "It's now art class." I was like, "Okay." So we went downstairs and pulled out our markers, and then I had to run art class where she drew on her pumpkin. So I knew it was gonna be this kind of a day because the second I woke up, she was like, "Mommy, my name is Cece." And I was like, "Okay." And she was like, "Can you be Cece's big sister?" I was like, "No." She was like, "What?" I said, "Clark, I've literally just woken up. It's 6:45 in the morning. No, I cannot. I will be Mommy until I have stood up and walked around a little bit." She was like, "Okay." Literally the second I stood up, she was like, "Mommy, can you now be Cece's big sister?" And I was like, "How about I'll be Cece's mommy?" And she was like, "Okay." Like so disappointed with me. No, literally, I was like, "Honey, I haven't even made a coffee yet. I'm gonna make a coffee. And then I will RP whatever you'd like." No, my weekend started with being covered in glitter. My cats decided to knock over the tub I was using to make orders. I'm so sorry. What do you make with glitter? I literally just watched a video of somebody doing glitter wine coolers. So I was just curious. If you make glitter wine coolers, I'm gonna lose my mind. You would have, it's like you were meant to be here. Oh my god, I decorate wine, gin, and pint glasses with glitter and vinyl. It's meant to be. It's meant to be. You're supposed to be here. Not to come on too strong, sorry. Getting up before 7:30 should be illegal. You know, up until I went to college, I woke up between 6 and 7 a.m. every day. And then I went to college, and my brain's ability to demand I avoid everything in my life got so strong that I started sleeping in. And as an adult, before I had a kid, it was like 8 or 9 o'clock ish. I'd sleep until 8ish normally, maybe 9. And then I had a kid. And I'm like, God, what I would give to zoom back to high school me's brain to be able to easily wake up at 6 a.m. because Lord, if I hate glitter, it's illegal for me to be here? What do you mean? The glitter part isn't the important part. The important part is that I was just watching a video of somebody decorating a wine cooler, like a wine glass with glitter. So I was saying, if that's what this person does with glitter, like that exact process, strange times. Strange times. Crazy shit. Burnt my mouth on homemade pizza bagels, but they were so good. It sounds worth it. I started to go through my kitchen and be like, okay, we're now doing... I am once again coming to you to talk about Thanksgiving. We're doing Thanksgiving on Wednesday. So I'm looking in my fridge and going, I don't have a good gauge on what I have for Thanksgiving dinner and what I have for just living life. So I was trying to go through the fridge and the freezer to like take stock basically and say like, okay, don't touch these things, do touch these things, right? And my kid, if I walked away from paper for even a second, I'd come back and it had the equivalent of Moby Dick on it. Like just so many scribbles, and she would be talking to herself like she's writing a novel. It was like, well, that was a list of things in the fridge. It is not anymore. I guess I will do this another time. Yeah, we're very full on last few days. Very, very full on. Because of stuff with the car, my father-in-law went to pick her up from nursery the other day. And literally he brought her home and was like, she's full of beans right now. I was like, yeah. He was like, she literally yelled every word that she said from the second I picked her up. Not like angry yelling, just enjoying the feeling of yelling everything. And I was like, I'm so sorry. Thank you very much for picking up my fruit of the loom, so to speak. Yeah, caps lock day. No, the boys have not been over. So, we aren't able to do it this weekend, which is fine. So we get a fairly, because my weekends are fairly chill. We get a chill weekend. And then, we decided that we would just wait until Wednesday, because Wednesday is normally our day off anyway. So since it's already late, it's already a late Thanksgiving. So yeah, the boys are not quite yet back in town. No, I never got enough droid cards for the coaster. He's here. He's waiting. Good morning, I have coffee and pudding pie. I've never heard of pudding pie in my life. I don't know how I feel about my mental image of what pudding pie is. I should probably just look up what it actually is. Chocolate pudding pie. Oh, that don't look so bad. I'm glad I looked up a picture. That don't look so bad. That looks all right. Oh yeah. It's like a mousse pie. Yeah, M-O-O-S-E. Yeah, a mousse pie. I'm going to make gluten-free bread. Send light and fluff energy. I believe. If I've learned anything from my one time making a gluten-free loaf, just throw a bunch of pumpkin puree in there. Yeah, it looks like chocolate mousse, but a pie. 'Tis the season for pumpkin soup. That's true, I could make a pumpkin soup with the last of this, but I need to make like an actual proper pie for Thanksgiving. I mean, I don't have to, but I want to. We just made our first ever dumplings. Man, I made better looking ashtrays as a toddler, but they tasted great. That's what matters. That's what matters, is it's that it tasted right. I also like sweet potato soup, but the line between that and pumpkin soup disappears when you add spices. That's fair. I was gonna set up a grocery order. That was the whole point of taking stock of my fridge and stuff, was to do a grocery order. But now I'm like, I don't even know if I trust trying to drive to the grocery store. I don't think I want to drive this car anymore. It sucks. I sent my father-in-law was like, look up some cars that you like, send me what they are, because I know like the dealerships that are around where you guys are, so I can like give you a little bit of insight. And I could tell from talking with him the sort of cars that I like. Has no interest in whatsoever. Oh yeah, the car. Okay, so yeah, for those of you who missed it, the update is that we took the car in to actually get it looked at and serviced, and the final bit of advice from the person who worked on the car was, get rid of it. Get rid of this car. The issue that's wrong with it's a transmission issue. It's going to cost you more than the car is even worth to try and fix it. And it's going to get progressively worse. It's going to happen more and more often. And then eventually it literally will just not turn back on. It'll die on you and it will not turn back on and you'll be stuck. So take it to a dealership or something. They'll use the parts. Just get rid of the car. So that's where we're at. And so I was saying that I tried to take Clark to ballet this morning, and it died 2 or 3 times before we even got to the first roundabout, and I just had to pull over and be like, Clarky, I'm so sorry, honey, I don't want to do this, but like, we cannot go to ballet today. We're not going to make it, I don't think. And she was like, okay, as long as we can send my teacher a letter. And I was like, okay. So we did. Clark was like, Mommy, is the car dying? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, but everything dies, doesn't it? I was like, oh my God, this is a very existential conversation, because I try to talk like really, matter-of-factly about like death with her because, you know, she like finds dead bugs and stuff all over the place all the time. So she was like, everything dies eventually, doesn't it? And I was like, yeah, everything does die eventually, but you know, when we got it, it was already a really old car. And it was a matter of time before something was gonna happen to it. And like, you know, you've been learning a lot about recycling and reusing things. And I was like, there's probably somebody who can use a lot of the things that make the car. It's just that in terms of using it as a car for us, we can't really do that anymore. And she was like, okay. And like patted the car. I was like, oh my gosh, this is sad. So but yeah, I sent my dad a bunch of box looking cars, a bunch of box ass cars, if you will. And he was like, I'm trying to remember exactly what he said, but it was something like, well, you know what? You got to get the car that looks good to you. And I was like, thanks, Dad. Oh my god. Also, the poor chickens. I can't even get out there to clean the coop because it's so windy and rainy today that the chickens are basically just hiding in the coop. And I'm like, girls, I really need to clean this. But they're just sitting in there. They don't want to be outside. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe it'll calm down at some point and then I'll slip out there. Sabo! I love you too. Oh my gosh, what a sweet message. Summer posted a debut video if you haven't seen it yet. There might be some special guests on it, I don't know. The Toyota RAV4 Club. A lot of people have recommended that car. Yeah, I like cars that basically look like this. The cars that are this shape. So, you know, the opposite of what people who like sports cars want. Toyotas are the shit. Former mechanic. Yeah, my family loves Toyotas. Yeah, just give me a box. A bus. If I didn't feel panic in my heart every time I drove something that was like a little bit too big, I would totally get a bus or a van. I would totally be one of those people that's like, yeah, I don't know, I've just built like a little mini home away from home inside of this bus and now I'm gonna drive it around. But oh my god, the anxiety. Dodger's car preference is anti-aerodynamic. Yeah, basically. I want the wind to topple me easily. We have a bunch of bananas that are like on the cusp, you know. And I was like, Clarky, maybe we should make some banana bread today. Because, you know, I've been like doing a bunch of baking the last few days. And now I've just got the bug. And I'm like, baking's easy. We should just make bread. Why not? Let's just make a bunch of stuff every day forever. I was like, Clarky, we've got bananas that are like ready to see the next life. Maybe we could make some banana bread. And she just goes, or we could just eat the bananas normal. And I was like, or we could just eat the bananas normal, I guess. Way to deflate. I can't even eat bananas when they're not cooked, Clarky. Seems a little unfair, but all right. Used cars are insanely expensive right now in the UK. So, I'm not saying that we're getting a new car, but like the options that everybody wants right now are crazy expensive. So I'm kind of trying to look for what's a nice reliable car that is not extremely popular, you know? Do y'all go out a lot? No. But we do have a child that does things. We take our child to stuff and we get groceries. And that's basically it. I don't need something that, like, you know, is gonna keep us trucking for long trips all the time. Summer, Jesus. Is the view count bouncing up and down for anyone else? For me, it has said since the stream began that there are 50 people in here. So, who knows what the true number is? I don't need to know. As long as chat is moving and the vibe is grooving, we good. I feel you on banana allergies, though. That's me with coconut. Dude, it happened to me as an adult. It's so weird. I don't know if it's the same for you, but I ate bananas just fine until the last couple of years, and then realized every time I eat bananas, my whole mouth burns. What's that all about? And looked it up and was like, oh, I'm allergic to them. Okay. That sucks. But if they're cooked, whatever enzyme it is in the banana that burns my mouth doesn't burn as bad. It prickles, but I can deal with it, you know? Allergies are the weirdest, most frustrating shit. They really are. They're so strange. Yeah, pineapples are hard because pineapples like eat you back no matter what, you know? They're so acidic that when you're eating them, you're like, is this bad? Is this good? I think it's okay, but maybe not. The only reason that I knew that there was something different is because, number one, bananas had never done that to me before, but number two, it's like if I eat a raw banana, it doesn't even have to be super ripe. If I eat a raw banana, my mouth will literally hurt for the rest of the day. Like, okay. Yeah, my father-in-law. So my father-in-law can't have gluten, right? Which is why I made a separate like pumpkin loaf thing for him for Thanksgiving, instead of the little mini pumpkin pies that I made for everybody else. And for him, it was literally like he just started having all of these stomach issues all the time. And they were slowly eliminating things from his diet, being like, what could it be? So they basically took everything out and then slowly added stuff back in. And my mother-in-law was like, I think I think it's gluten. I think you have like a gluten intolerance because it seems like anytime you eat something with gluten in it, that's when it gets bad. And he was like, no. While I'm in my 40s, there's no way that I suddenly can't process gluten. And lo and behold. It's so weird. Yeah, bodies are weird. Jeannie, I can't remember which thing it was, but Jeannie twice now has gone to the hospital and broken out in crazy hives while she's been at the hospital. And they couldn't figure out what it was because she had no record of anything. And it turns out that she now all of a sudden is allergic to a specific type of painkiller. She was like, well, it's really nice to know that now. Weird that that's new, but okay. My friend started her intolerances in her 40s too. It's crazy. Hi, Wish! How old is he? He might be early 50s now. I don't know. They had Sam like really early on. Oh, I've just recently realized I'm allergic to eggs. For years, even after just a bite of egg, I would get heartburn immediately. I was talking about this with my brother because he has the same thing, and he mentioned it to his doctor, and his doctor was like, oh, yeah, you probably have troubles processing eggs. A lot of people do and don't realize it. And he was like, what? It's like, people can't process eggs very well. They were like, yeah, lots of people can't process them properly and just don't realize it. It's so weird. I know. Yeah, and he loves eggs. So he was like, oh, okay. I guess I'll just deal with it because I love eggs. Sam Santala, thank you for the raid. Welcome, everybody. Yeah. Yeah, somebody was just saying that they can eat whites and not the yolks, so I don't know. Oh, Ashley's, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Thank you, thank you. And I'm sorry about your glitter. I hope it was able to get cleaned up easily. Are you someone who tastes soap eating cilantro? No, I love cilantro. Oh my god, we recently found out about my niece's latex allergy, but luckily they were at the hospital when it happened, and it was from latex hospital gloves. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I guess if you're gonna find out you have an allergy, it might as well be at the hospital. The only reason that Jeannie didn't find out that hers was caused by the hospital, like initially, was because the hives hit after she already left. And so she was like, what the fuck? Can I tell you guys about my new mobile game? Hold on, I need to double check that this is what it's called. Yeah. So, okay. Let me tell you a story. Once upon a time, I was on Twitter and somebody retweeted a really buff picture of Santa. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And the person had retweeted the picture and then responded to the picture being like, I can't stop thinking about this cookie run Santa. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean? So I looked up Cookie Run Santa and found out that it's a game, not the Santa part, but that there's a game called Cookie Run Kingdom. And I was like, I know exactly the picture you're talking about. We might follow the same artist who retweeted this picture. And I was like, what is this game? It's literally a game where all of the characters are cookies. All of the characters are cookies, and it's one of those, like, it can be an auto battler or not. And it's a gacha game. You collect more and more cookie people, and you create like groups of cookie people, and then you fight with them. And the part that's fun for me, which you will not find surprising, is that in the context of the world, there used to be a vast, thriving cookie kingdom that has fallen apart. And so all of the cookie people escape an evil witch who makes them. They escape the witch, and then they decide that they're going to rebuild the cookie kingdom. And so you, as the player, build the cookie kingdom. So the more that you play, you go back to like your hub world and you build a kingdom, and you have all kinds of shit that you can put in the kingdom, and it's very cute, and all the cookie people are very cute. It's fully voice acted and has like extremely detailed and well-made animations of like cookie people being really intense. It's like so dramatic for the fact that like all of the characters are cookies. It's so stupid. But anyways, I'm addicted now, and it's all because of Buff Santa, who does not exist in this game from what I can tell so far. That character isn't real. Really buff Cookie Santa. Yeah. There's really buff Cookie Santa. It's from a game called Cookie Run Kingdom. If you want a new gacha game, I guess. I don't mind playing gacha games because I have no inclination to spend money on them. They aren't a money sink for me. I'll literally just play them until I hit the wall where it feels like they're demanding I pay money, and then I'll never play them again. It's a pretty easy process for me. But so far, very, very fun and really cute. So there you go. And my little cookie kingdom is turning out very cute. And Clarky really likes the blackberry cookie. It is a mobile game, yeah. Yeah. So apparently, I found out again through Hot Cookie Santa, that there's like a really intense Cookie Run fandom, and I don't know why. I don't know why. I have no idea. I'm scared to look up Buff Santa. Let's see if we can find it. Twitter. Buff Cookie Santa. I don't want the actual art of Buff Cookie Santa. I want the fan art of Buff Cookie Santa. We might not live in this world. I might not be able to find it easily. I thought it would be a lot easier. He's called Nutmeg Cookie. Oh. Oh my god. No, I can't do this. The keywords cookie run and fan art immediately it ignored what I was actually looking for and was just like, do you want fan art of all of the cookies? Oh my god. Anyways, yeah, Twitch is acting really weird with the resubs, but I appreciate them. Thank you very much, guys. Yeah, it still says there's 50 people in here. That's fine. Isn't he called Eggnog? I don't know. Okay, look. Cookie Run Kingdom. Fan art. Santa cookie. I don't need fan art of the cookies making out, Google. I'm literally just trying to find buff Santa. Enough of us in the world saw buff Santa that surely we can find it. Thank you, but I'm sorry. Here we are. Yeah, Google's like, but one of the cookies is a hardened detective. Don't you want to see what hardened detective cookie would look like if they were an anime human? No, I'm alright. I'm okay, actually. No, I didn't like the tweet. That seemed like a really quick way to have a bunch of people going. So you like buff Cookie Santa, huh? But I did use that tweet to find out about the game and start playing the game, so. So I guess I might as well have liked it. 'Cause here we are. Archeon, if you've found the picture that we're talking about, feel free to put it in Discord. I don't know anything about this game, but Sea Fairy and Frost Queen are cute together. Oh my gosh. It's so silly. Okay, hold on. Let's see. So that's what they actually look like. This is fan art, but yes, that is Santa Cookie. Whatever it's called. But there's fan art where it's like where they were like, but what if Santa Cookie was hot? Yeah, people ship the cookies. This is what I'm talking about. This is the whirlwind that I've been in. Anyways. He's pretty hot as a cookie. You guys should play it. It's fun. I don't think I like this. Cookie Run Kingdom themselves post thirst traps of their cookies on TikTok. What? What? Who's your favorite cookie so far? Clover Cookie is the cutest cookie so far. Clover Cookie is my healer. Big fan of Clover Cookie. Also, Princess Cookie. I don't know what she's actually called if it's not Princess Cookie, but Princess Cookie is tanky as hell. Suen, thank you very much. What have I walked in on? What are we chatting? We're talking about a game called Cookie Run Kingdom that I started playing because I saw a weird piece of fan art of a hot cookie Santa. I can't look for it anymore. I found lewd cookies. I want to go home. This is why I stopped looking as well, because it seemed like a rabbit hole I really didn't want to go down with chat, you know? But thank you for your service, Summer. Thank you for trying. Wait! I think this is it! There it is. Yeah, someone found it. It's in our it's in our Discord. It takes a village to find Buff Santa. Who knew? Who knew that this is where we were? Thanks for coming, everybody. Oh no, it's stuck. This is good. I like this. Yeah, it's very silly. But what are you gonna do? Sure, yeah, this is cute. I muted for a couple minutes. That's for the best. I'm glad you did, actually. Like, thank goodness you did, you know? The Cookie Run Kingdom art is so good. What? When I tell you, I've barely like cracked the surface of this game, and I have seen like 10 different fully voice acted, like beautiful animations of cookies. Like, who's paying for this game? It's wild. The VA, the music, the general production value of Cookie Run Kingdom is insane. Yeah. Yeah, I've so far been constantly shocked by like how much attention to detail there is in that game. So there you go. They have 3 different voice acted languages now. Horny people are paying for this, I guess. Oh my god. I'm gonna reach out and be like, yo, you sponsor streams? You can show Buff Santa Cookie off live. Perfect. Can you give me a guaranteed roll of Hot Santa? If not, no deal. If you can voice act a cookie, here we go. Now we're talking. Let's go. How gritty is Cookie Run Kingdom? I mean, it just takes itself, like, the characters take themselves really seriously. That's what makes it funny, is they're cookies. But they're cookies with, like, you know, full plate armor and shit. It's just funny. It's just funny. And tragic backstories. Here's the other thing that has me going is if you have there are like group achievements and stories, basically. So there are specific cookies that either know each other or have stories together. And if you find all of those cookies, so if you gotcha the right cookies, then they will have like a side friendship thing that gives them a buff. It's wild. And it makes you go, man, if I can just find that one cookie, then they'll all be friends. Yes, I strictly do Twitch now. I don't do YouTube anymore. And then I have like side businesses like the coffee company and things. Hi, Jossum. This sounds wild. I'm afraid to try it, but I also want to. Look, if you're somebody who's like, I cannot play another gacha game, they are deadly to me, do not play this game. Don't play it. Don't do it. But if you're like me and you're a stingy bitch and you play these games and you're like, I'm sorry, you want me to pay a full $1 to roll? No. Then you'll probably be fine. This chicken, I've been trying to log into my account to follow and say that I play Cookie Run Kingdom. Hello! Welcome to the convo. They do also give quite a bit of rewards even when you're pretty far in, so you definitely don't need to pay money. Yeah, I didn't want to say that in case that changes, you know, like pretty quickly for me, but so far a lot of gacha games are like that, right? They give you tons of rewards at the start and then are like, and now you're on your own. So I didn't know for sure if that was the case, but so far playing the game for a couple of days, yeah, I've been given constant stuff. Yeah, so far, very free to play friendly. I don't know how long it's been around. Somebody was asking if it was new. It's definitely not new, but I don't know how old the game is, to be honest. Sea Fairy and Sherbet Shark Cookie are the strongest cookies. Good to know. So those are the ones that we're aiming for, I guess. I just got Ninja Cookie. I don't know what it's actually called, but it's a ninja cookie. It came out this year, but there are other versions with different play styles. Oh, interesting. It's just called Ninja Cookie? Great. Yes, I was just talking about Neko Atsume with somebody. I think it was Jesse, and he was like, I don't know what that is. I was like, you do. You do know what it is. And after talking about it for a while, he goes, oh, the game with the fat cat. And I was like, yes. The game where everybody was trying to get the fat cat. Yes. He was like, oh, yeah, I know that game. The Cookie Run brand is old, but Kingdom is only almost a year. I gotcha. Interesting. The developers are going to wonder why there was a sudden surge of downloads. Shit, I should have planned this better. I should have gone to them before the stream and been like, keep an eye out, bitch. I'm going to show you my true power. I'm downloading Wish Me Luck. I hope you enjoy. I've been playing through Disco Elysium and I'm loving it. Yes! I have a Disco Elysium bag right there. What a great game. I'm glad you're liking it. Why are we talking about Cookie Run Kingdom? I had never heard of it before, and then there was a picture of Hot Cookie Santa, that was going all over the place. And an artist that I follow responded to Hot Cookie Santa being like, I can't stop thinking about Hot Cookie Santa. And I was like, what? Hot Cookie Santa from Cookie Run. And I was like, what? What the fuck is Cookie Run? And now I'm playing it and I'm really enjoying it. So that's why we're talking about it. And then we spent a really long time trying to find Hot Cookie Santa and couldn't find it, and instead stumbled onto a bunch of like cookies making out fan art. So there you go. That's what our stream has been so far. Can you no longer stop thinking about Hot Cookie Santa now? I mean, I'm fine. I have not been thinking about Hot Cookie Santa until right now. It's like not being able to search Twitter for Animal Crossing. Yeah, similar, yeah. I just found regular Cookie Santa and I thought he was hot. Yo, it's good to see them next to each other, you know? So you can see the inspiration. Ah! I got there first, Alex. Get hecked. That's the link to Discord. On my screen, Alex was first? What? Not on mine. Hold on. I will show you the truth. Me! Me! I win! Me! Anyways. Your own messages are always shown faster. Whatever. Whatever, chat. I don't want to hear it. Okay? I have proof. I know the truth. And this is also what my hair is looking like for the rest of my life. It's a look. Hello. I can't remember what it's called. The pronouns bot. I don't remember. But somebody, it's a plugin that someone made for Twitch that shows pronouns for anybody who has it set up. I look like I'm gonna go, I don't know, look for mushrooms or something. The hair's really throwing me off. It's not part of like Twitch proper, but it is a nice little plugin. But that's how you always look. Thank you, Telly. Do you have any advent calendars for this holiday season? I was like, Sam, I think we should get each other advent calendars. And he was like, okay. I was like, you know, like fun ones. And he goes, more fun than chocolate. And I was like, yeah. I mean, unless you just want one with chocolate in it, that makes it really easy on me. But like people make ones with different things in them. He was like, they do? I was like, of course they fucking do. Of course they do. My sweet love. Yeah, there's somebody on TikTok that they keep popping up on my For You page. And they make dice calendars. It's just a different die in each box. And I was like, that's tight. I think there's one that's all different sorts of natural fiber threads. Yeah, there's all kinds of shit. There's all kinds of shit, guys. If you don't actually give a shit about chocolate, dice. You have a new chair? No. No. Still this bitch. Still this dum-dum. How about one where the chocolate is actually good quality? That doesn't change whether or not I care about chocolate. Trust me. People have been trying to feed me chocolate my whole life, and I'll eat it, and it tastes fine. Do I want an entire calendar of chocolate? No, thank you. Yeah. Look, plenty of the world likes chocolate. Y'all can eat it. More for you. My mom got me a picture advent calendar one year when I was a kid. Wait, so like each one was a different picture? Was it like a picture of people in the family or just a picture? Yeah, we have a Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale in the Dodger Coffee Shop for the whole weekend. The only thing, it's 30% off the whole store except for the new mug, because if the new mug is 30% off, then we make negative dollars on it. So that one's just on sale, just in general, but the 30% off does not apply on top of the sale price. Cheese, cracker, and chutney advent calendar. That's what I'm fucking talking about. Yeah, there we go. I'm not supposed to have cheese, but I will for an advent calendar. Hell yeah. Sold. Oh, you open the little cardboard door and it has a different mini Christmas artwork. Oh, I see. I see. Yeah, that doesn't sound like it would be much fun for a kid. I do drink my coffee in the UK, yeah. It gets here pretty fast. A week to 2 weeks. You know, shipping right now is all over the fucking place, though. At the moment, I'd love a calendar with literally anything that could stop my new tattoo from itching. Oh my gosh. I do not miss doing this to my shoulder while it was healing. Just like slapping it occasionally to just be like, stop. Just stop itching, please. Yeah, I would much rather have a savory something than a sweet something. Pretty much across the board. Oh, my back done so bad, but I can't wrap my head around healing it properly. How do I reach it with the ointment? Yeah. You need a tattoo buddy basically to help you with it. Oh, we got the cat's freeze-dried meat advent calendars. That's very cute. Yeah, I guess, like, it's right around the corner, isn't it? So if we're gonna get advent calendars, we kind of need to get them. Do the cats open the doors themselves? They've already started. What's the little square thing you posted on Twitter? We were playing with Play-Doh. And I made a square, and she was like, Mommy, it's like a dice. I was like, it is like a dice. I'm gonna put a little face on it. And then when I was done putting the face on it, I was like, that's pretty cute. It's just Play-Doh. Since last time I was here, I rescued a kitten. Her name is Soup, and she crawled out from under a bush and yelled at me at work. Oh my gosh, how exciting. I hope Soup is doing well. What a good name. How's the weather? Windy and rainy. There's a storm right now. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a named storm. Yeah, Arwen, that's right. Storm Arwen. I thought people just finding cats was a lie until a couple years ago. Yeah, that's how we got our little Watson. Watson. We found her in the bushes outside of work. More like our wind, am I right, fellas? Boo. Snow up north. Yeah, a lot of people are saying snow where they are. My parents asked me why I had all the windows closed yesterday morning. It was 45 degrees outside. Oh gosh. Mine came with the apartment. Oh my god. Oh. Oh. My cousin has a house that came with a family of cats, like outdoor cats, I assume. I assume this isn't a situation where you open the door and you're like, oh, cats live here. Although one of the houses that we were going to go look at, the person was like, just FYI, about 10 chickens have been living in this house. And we were like, oh, okay. Yeah. Free chickens? Feral chickens? Who knows? Who knows? If they knew about the chickens, why didn't they do anything? They're just trying to sell the house. It's not their house. It's their job to sell it. It's not their job to change stuff about the house if the owners don't want to change anything about the house. Chickens are squatting in a house that they're trying to sell. That's the situation that I know. Yeah, we finally hit the point where we can eat the eggs again. I was when I was trying to make a list with my kiddo and she was having none of it. I wrote down eggs and then I crossed out eggs and then I wrote them down again and then I was like, "Wait. No, we don't need eggs." I crossed it out again. It was like the first thing I wrote down. I admire the chicken sticking it to the man. Hi OLG, how are you? Okay. I was just telling everybody that our car is done so for real. So we missed ballet today and I had to pretend to be Clarky's ballet teacher and run ballet class. I pretended to do ballet class basically in her room and it was very fun. Oh, it reminds me of a TikTok I found where a young couple got an old farmhouse and property and it came with a colony of farm cats. I love it. What happened that you couldn't eat your chicken eggs? One of the chickens has a condition on her foot called bumblefoot and needed to be on painkillers. And they were like, while the chicken's, like, after the chicken has been on painkillers, you have to wait a month. So from the time that you start the chicken on painkillers, you can't eat her eggs for a month. So it's been a month now since she started the painkillers, so we can eat the eggs again. So. Yay! I know, poor chicken. She needs to get checked out because there's definitely a difference, but not a big difference. And I'm like, I don't know. I feel like there's a quicker way to provide her some relief than over the next, 5 or 6 months just trying to slowly drain this stupid thing. So, what did you do with the eggs? Chucked them. We can't leave them anywhere. We don't want any predators like coming around and being like, "Yo, bitch, there's eggs out here." So we have to get rid of them. It sucks. Yeah, I'm doing an Epsom salt soak every day or every 2 days, depending on what life is like. But we soak it most days. And then I use an anti-bac poultry spray on it, and then I put a antibacterial cream, and then gauze and wrap it up so that it doesn't just keep getting reinfected. And she loves the foot bath. She loves that part of it. She literally just, I don't even have to hold her anymore. She just sits in the water and loves it. But she does not like getting her foot wrapped up, unfortunately. Yeah, we feed the chickens back their eggshells. Gulp. You just don't want to feed them raw egg. It's not bad for them, but you don't want them, like, eating their own eggs, you know? So, we feed them the shells, but I always wash them or like rinse them out and then crush them up along with like any other food scraps that we're giving them. I'll have to get food and we've moved on from cookie talk. Thank God. We can always come back to cookie talk. I'm kidding. What's the purpose behind feeding them eggshells? The shells just have like calcium and other things that that are good for them and help with future eggs. So they're, along with like lots of other potential food scraps, it's just something that you can give back to them, so you don't have to throw it out. You can use it for something. This time of year, I'm not using eggshells in like gardening or anything like that, so they literally just get thrown out otherwise. So you can just feed them back to them. My granddad's chickens ate chicken. Yeah. They can eat chicken, and that's totally fine. The lady that I used to work for back in Oregon, I used to work on a farm, and she would feed her chickens literally everything. Anything and everything. Like, now that I have chickens and I've looked at a list of like, what are things that you shouldn't feed them? I'm like, pretty sure they were eating these things. But they'll eat just about anything. Nice. Yeah, I mixed up some, so I took old potting soil and mixed it up with some of the like old chicken poop and laying material and stuff like that. And then I'm gonna put more just regular like compost soil on top of it, and then plant some garlic, I think, so that the stuff on the bottom breaks down, and it'll leach some like good fertilizing nutrients into the soil without just burning the shit out of the garlic. That's the hope. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, chickens are great for food waste if you're looking for something to do with it. At this point now, it's pretty like, unless it's like a fully cooked thing that for some reason we didn't eat fast enough or can't eat for whatever reason, any like just raw food waste, for the most part, we can either give to the chickens or put in the freezer for broth, which is great. So that makes me happy to throw way less of that sort of stuff away. Like, chickens can't eat onions, or they're not supposed to, but onions are great. Like any scraps from using onions are great for broth. So it just all works out. I live in Iceland. My friend's chickens keep pooping on the deck next to his hot tub. They're worth it, though. I love the birds. They're great. I love our chickens, but yeah, they poop absolutely everywhere. They poop absolutely everywhere. It's a mess. Yeah, I was also writing that down in like my quest log for next week. I was like, remember, after Thanksgiving shit on Wednesday, make broth. So I'm calling my to-do list a quest log now. It makes it more fun. It really does. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, they love it. It's always curious to me, like, which things they don't eat. They definitely have trouble eating, like, even if I blend it up, they have trouble eating raw carrot. They don't like that very much. So I keep thinking to myself, like, should I cook carrot scraps? Maybe? Yeah, I think maybe too hard. But I don't know. Because chickens, like, they need rocks to basically store to help them crush food, right? So it's not that they can't ingest hard things, but I don't know. Oh, thank you, Joe. I adore Wazy. I want to play her more. I'm glad that you like her. She's one of my favorite characters that I've ever made, I think. I'm like very attached to her. I made stock in my Instant Pot after Thanksgiving. I took it out to cool and my husband dumped it thinking I was done with it. No! Oh my gosh, that's so sad. Oh my god, no. All the flavor gone. Very tragic. That sucks. We did. We played Unpacking on stream. Yeah, we played it all in one go. Oh no, not as bad as me making stock and then forgetting about it in a cupboard for a literal year. Oh my gosh. I made some of the best stock I've ever made in my life. And then, you guys might remember this story. I made some of the best stock that I've ever made in my life. And then put it in jars and left a lot of room, which I thought would make it fine. Left a lot of room and put them in the freezer. And all of the jars still broke in the freezer when the broth expanded. And I was so depressed. It's like I don't think there's any way to save this. I don't want there to potentially be glass in my broth. So I guess I just have to dump these ones. It sucked. Like broth. Do you know the word broth? No? Okay. So, like, if you take a bunch of stuff, I'm trying to think of another word for it, really, but if you, or bouillon, sure. Yeah, if you take a bunch of stuff and you basically boil it in water for a really long time, you wind up with a really flavorful liquid that you would use to make, like, soups and things. Hmm. You can put it through a coffee filter. Glass can be so tiny. I say this like we aren't all accidentally eating plastic all the time, which we know we are. But, you know, as much of like eating things I don't want to, as much of that as I can avoid, this would be great. I have the trays that are like basically this big, so you can just make a big chunk of broth. Yeah, I thought about getting those because I make broth so often now, and I'm always like, what do I put them in? Your outfit is life. Oh, thank you. I'm very comfy. You can get big 1-liter silicone bottles. I've just been trying to use what I already have, but I guess it's worth it to get something that makes broth life easier. That's why, because I keep pretty much every glass jar that I buy, so, you know, pasta sauces, pickles, like any of that sort of stuff that tends to come in glass, I just keep those. So it's an easy option for me to be like, yeah, I'll just put it in a glass jar, but I've learned my lesson now, so. Yeah, I cooled them down to room temperature and then put them in. Have you ever made mead? I tried to, and we didn't complete the process. Where else can they be stored? I mean, so you can put some people put them in ice cube trays, so they'll like freeze like cubes of broth. Anything that's like silicone is not gonna break, right? If the hope is that you're not using like a single-use plastic, right? A bunch of people keep being like, just put it in a bag, but then it's annoying to like try to create a situation where I can reuse that bag, right? So if I can avoid using bags, I will. So it's just like, what are your options for storing the broth that's also going to make it easy to use later? What's nice about a jar is you can take it out of the freezer and put it in the fridge and let it turn back into a liquid and then use it as broth, right? But it's okay. We made mead for midsummer and it was strong. I want to do that. Oh, you're saying because the heat from the broth will seal the jar if I'm using like a canning jar? Is that what you mean? I'm freezing some of the broth because I make too much of it because I can't use it all in one go. And I haven't done any canning since I was in like high school. So I would need to relearn how to do canning, basically. The solution then might be use more broth. I see. Okay, great. Good. Thanks. Me and my uncle once made apple cider, although it turned out more like moonshine with how strong it was. Yeah. I've never tried to make alcohol, so it would be like a whole new endeavor. Yeah, capsaholic. That's literally what we're talking about. Yeah, my mom cans all kinds of stuff. I just haven't lived at home for such a long time, and I've never canned by myself. So I just didn't do it for years and years and years. And now I'm like, I don't know how to can. I've lost that information. It's really simple. Like, the canning process is really simple. You just have to be, if you're doing like pressure canning or anything like that, you obviously need to be safe and like learn, like, you know, double check what you're doing. There's a lot of drama in the canning community. Is there? I follow a decent amount of people who do like canning and preserving stuff. Yeah. Yeah, totally. It's a lot of like sterilizing, you know, this like taking so many precautions to make sure that you know if the seal has been compromised, you know if, you know, something's growing in there. There's a canning community? Yeah, absolutely. It seems like a lot. Once you know what you're doing, it's so simple to like, you know, the difference between like going out and buying a bunch of cans of black beans versus just buying a thing of uncooked black beans, making them and then canning them yourself. You get so much more value out of that. Obviously that's just like an example of something you can do. You can can all kinds of stuff. My mom would make her own like pasta sauce base basically and can that, and it was incredible, and that's the sort of stuff that I would want to do. But once you know what you're doing, it's easy. But canning takes effort. It's fun. I just haven't done it in forever. I was told this is a DOOGER stream. It sure is. Look, maybe that's a stream. Maybe I'll like start getting back into canning. I'll call up my mom. Maybe I'll start getting back into canning and we can learn how to can together. Imagine chat backseating the canning process. This? It's a light that my husband got me a while back, and I haven't been able to find the right spot for it, really. I'm hoping cooking streams come back in the next house. It'll probably be, we were just talking about this yesterday, but we'll probably be in this house for another half a year or more, so I'm gonna let myself just get comfy. There's stuff that I've been putting off because I keep thinking, well, if we're looking for a place, then is there really a point? I think there is. And then like the process of actually buying a house and doing all that also takes a while, doesn't it? So who knows? We could be here another year. So might as well treat it like a home. Are they moving again? I mean, we want to buy a place eventually. But the place that we're in right now, the owners are super sweet. We have like amazing landlords. You know, we're fine here for the time being. Yeah, first things first. Get this room looking holiday-y, I guess. Put some twinkle lights up, you know. Yeah, I feel like everybody everywhere is saying that. Like, house, it's just hard to buy a house everywhere right now. Oh, I could put a mini Christmas tree in here, sure. I could do that. Yeah, do like a wintry theme. Here we go. I can't remember what this song is. Yeah, we've never owned a place. Gower Plains. Oh, sorry. I think I restarted it by accident. Christmas tree lantern? I don't even know what that is. I'm not like... Sam's family celebrates Christmas. So Christmas is like generally what we do, but I don't really... I'm not married to any of it because I didn't grow up with any of it. So I'm down to just make my house vaguely winter holiday-y. What about Christmas food? It's basically the same as Thanksgiving food. It's mostly the same stuff, guys. But yeah, it's another excuse to eat a great meal, so. And it is a little different in America. Or, yeah, in America. We're having tacos for Christmas? That's the way. That's the good shit. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, Lamia, I want to do that. Lamia said in the house we lived in previously when I was a kid, we would get live trees and then plant them in the garden. So all the trees in your garden were from past Christmases? That's so cute. I love that. That's what we're doing. Not now, because I don't own this place, but that's very cute. I was actually thinking about that, like what people do, like when people are more creative than I am or know more about what to do with a tree, like what do people do with their trees when they're done other than like throw them out? You eat the tree. Okay. Next idea. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I guess if you need firewood, you would just use them for firewood. That makes sense. We pile them all up as a neighborhood and burn them. That's kind of cute. Yeah, I was wondering if like there's anything you can do with the pines. Or the needles is what I meant to say. But the needles aren't very long, so it's not like you can weave with them or anything. Sink it into a lake so fish can live in it. Is that a thing? Interesting. Oh, that's fun. Somebody else also said that they'll cut like a round from their tree and then make something from that. I think that would be super cute. To like cut a circle from your tree and then turn that into an ornament to put on the tree next year. These are some cute ideas. I mean, I don't have a mulcher. The lake thing is true, but you have to check your local laws. Yeah, last year was the first time I've ever had a real tree. That's true. Goats will eat anything. Oh my god. There's a person, not to constantly be like, I saw this like on TikTok, but there's a person on TikTok who has goats and their content is literally like, I've fenced off this whole area. I'm gonna release my goats. Here's what it looks like at the start of the day. And then they take a video of what it looks like at the end of the day. And you're just like, holy shit, they eat so much. It's insane. Where I live, you can't sink your trees in lakes because it increases the acidity of the water. The needles are acidic. Right, so like that's good to know. Interesting, interesting. When we were trying to get rid of poison ivy, one suggestion was a goat service. Yeah, people do that for just brambles in general. Like goats will eat that up. Oh my god, I bet. My parents' property, the farm that I grew up on, keeping the blackberry bushes in check is wild. They are everywhere. A true weed, if ever there was one. Like, oh my goodness. think that's cute too. I know somebody who does that. They just have a tree outside that they decorate every year. It's starting to get big though. Like a little too big to decorate. Oh, I don't know. Is renting trees a thing in the UK? Because here nurseries are renting out trees, and then you can return or keep them after the holidays. I don't know. That's a thing to look into. Yeah, I mean it depends on where you live, right? Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the reason that blackberries took off so well where I grew up in Oregon is because it was brought there and it is like invasive basically. Did they come from England? God damn it. They seem pretty invasive here too, though. Like, they're everywhere. It was fun going blackberry picking, though. Clarky talks about it all the time. Anytime we go for a walk, she's like, can we pick blackberries? And we have to re-explain to her, like, honey, the blackberries aren't growing anymore. And she was like, what is growing? I was like, I don't know, maybe mushrooms, but I don't know enough about mushrooms to safely pick mushrooms. And she was like, and so now we've been going on walks and she'll be like, maybe we'll see a mushroom today. And I'm like, maybe we will. But as a reminder, I won't know if it's a safe mushroom, so we will not be picking it, even if we see it. You could get a book on mushrooms and study it with her on walks if you find some. Yeah, it's just mushrooms are so, like, I guess all plants, right? There's so many plants that mimic the look of one another, that you have to be so careful that you're not eating something poisonous. So maybe it would be more of like, okay, for now, if we're gonna take a book with us, and if we see something, we're not gonna pick it, but we are gonna try and figure out what it is. Maybe that's the good, like, starting point. The best mushroom picking book is the one with the guy playing a saxophone. What? Yeah, I wanted to take some foraging courses out here. That seems to be the smartest thing to do if I'm interested in foraging, you know, if I'm interested in foraging. Yeah, you guys keep mentioning that. What's the name of the app? iNaturalist. Yep, I have a friend who owns a farm in Prineville. A community for naturalists. Nice. Okay, cool. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, put it in the Discord. I'll check it out. Can't believe this. Anyway, sorry. I looked into Discord and it's a bunch of people memeing on whether or not I put ! Discord in chat first. Apparently I didn't, so I'll just have to deal with that. All right, let's start wrapping up, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Misdemeanor canceled again. It's fine. Misdemeanor canceled again, so no D&D tonight. Tomorrow is a chill day for me and my family. It's a family day for us. And in the evening, I'll be on Godforged, and so will Sam. So that's a D&D show on Joe Fudge's channel. And my next normal stream will be on Monday. So if you'd like to come and hang out with me at the same time, I stream at the same time on Monday, just for longer, then that would be lovely. Let's get... How come... Oh, there we go. Beep, boop. Beep, boop. Got a Valentine from AMAS, the cat gangster, who said this goes to everyone who has neighbors who play weird music that sounds louder than the stream. I assume that's the situation you are currently in. You guys tomorrow with Joe? Yeah. On Joe Fudge's channel, yeah. He does, he's been running a D&D show called Godforged for a long time now. We're in the 60s, I think? 60-something episodes in? Wild. Sunshine 247. What are they doing? Playing Halo. Alrighty. Cool. Alrighty, here we go. Malik, thank you for the 49 months. Grit Fox for the 54. Tea Time Rebel for the 53. Zephyrus 1 for the 65. Grimsteel Reaper for the 56. Sam Santala, again, thank you very much for the raid. Cytalist for the 4 years. Happy anniversary. Thank you very much for all the support and the love. I appreciate it. K Lies, thank you for the 10. Cosmic Blunder for the 6. Zelda for the 16. Arachizi for the 11, Andrew Detshanu for the 67, Nahlis for the 34, Odd Job for the 13, Weird Uncle J for the 64, MLK, thank you very much for the 1 year. Happy anniversary. I appreciate the support. In Gideon, thank you for the 16, Nox Felicis for the 38, Mist and Chocolate for the 64, Iron Owl for the 8, Has No Potato for the 1 year as well. Happy anniversary. Thank you very, very much. And Sykes Kelly, thank you for the 28. Thank you all very much. Oh my god, actually oh shit, I think there's no Godforged this weekend. Wait, let me double check. No Godforged this week. Might do a mini catch-up stream and do a recap. Okay, so if you're interested in Godforged and you would like a recap of what's been going on, then he might be doing that at the same time as normal Godforged. No D&D this weekend. What am I going to do with myself? Flesh out all of the characters that I've been making on the sly. I guess that's what I'm going to be doing. Anywho, we are rating Sunshine 247. They are a VTuber playing some Halo. But I'm going to go be a mama and hang out with my family. I hope that you've all had an amazing day. Thank you very much for the support and the love, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye.